Young leaders working together to change the world, creating a better future for everyone. YLAI.
Now that I got your attention, yeah, hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Come on, hey, maybe dub, maybe mirror, hey.
Hello, my name is Joshua Esnard. I'm the inventor of the Cut Buddy, and I'm located in North Carolina in the United States of America. And we are a company that's growing just like many other companies. We go through challenges, and today I just want to talk to you about some of the challenges I go through and some of the risk that's involved with being an entrepreneur. But I just want to let you know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. There is success. You can take the risk and be successful. I own the Cut Buddy, which is the first multi-curve hair grooming guide tool that allows you to edge up and line up your beards and your hairlines perfectly. And we've been doing very well for the last 2 years.
Laying low, pressing pause, sweeping long, slow motion. Gonna do, shoulda.
Our company is addressing the issue with many people trying to cut their own hair or their beard. It's very hard to be very precise in lining your beard and your hairlines perfectly, and not all of us can get to the barber or the hair salon as often as we want. So our tool lowers the error rate of cutting your own hair. And we've helped over 75,000 people in the last 2 years to gain that confidence to cut their hair or cut their child's hair or cut their husband's hair perfectly and quickly.
Laying low, pressing pause, sweeping long, slow motion. Gonna do, shoulda, coulda.
When we first started, there were supports channels from, my fiance and, some of my family members. But in general, we received a lot of bite back. A lot of people actually hated on the product. We went to many pitch competitions, and I think because we didn't have a track record or because our idea was so strange, we would lose all of them. I knew I was on stage with a product that would change the world, but I don't think many of the judges and many people saw that there was, a success in the product that I was presenting. So, we didn't get much support when we first started. I had to, work my way up with some of my partners and my fiance, and we just kept going with this idea no matter what people said about it. So whenever people don't believe in your idea, just remember it's your idea, you have the heart for it, and just go forward with it. Forget about the haters. We launched in the beginning of 2016. Our first unit started selling, and we went viral on March 5th. So I began cutting my own hair in videos, and people started ordering the product, but not many. And then I started using the affiliate model where I'd have other people cutting their hair and showing to their subscribers, and then we went viral. So our success took about 3 to 4 months before we blew up. We had a lot of challenges when starting. One, I was broke, had to bootstrap this. Two, no one wanted to fund our project. No pitch competitions would, place us in a winning position. And, I had another problem was that I was balding. I have a hairline tool that I'm trying to sell, and one, I don't have a beard, and two, my hairline is starting to recede. So many people aren't going to trust somebody that's balding that's trying to sell a hair product. biggest goal when we started the Cut Buddy were two things: licensing with a major clipper company so that we could put the Cut Buddy with a hair clipper and sell it together, and also we actually put partnering up with someone like Damon John. So we had these two goals, and within 2 years we hit our two major goals that we thought might take about 10 years. So yeah, just keep pushing and your goals might actually be achieved before you think. Take care. So yes, on November 12th, we aired on Shark Tank, and that was when you saw I got two offers from Mr. Wonderful and from Damon John. How did we come on the show? Basically, our business was buzzing a lot. We had been on NPR, GQ, Forbes, many articles about our company. So the buzz was building. So naturally, the show was looking for talented companies and people that could be great on TV, so they contacted our company. The main way to get onto Shark Tank is to audition at big malls or some of their conferences where they have auditions open. But we got selected as a company that was doing very well that they wanted to feature. We still had to go through very rigorous trainings for 4 months and preparations. But as far as the show goes, the experience is awesome. You kind of feel like a superstar for a while because you're there looking at all these things you see on TV where they film all these major movies, but at the same time, many emotions are going through you. Every emotion is going through you, so you just have to learn how to control your emotions and be professional and deliver. That's all.
Laying low, pressing pause, sleeping long, slow motion. Gonna do, shoulda, coulda, woulda done. Excuses. What are you afraid of? Don't you know what you're made of? One of God's greatest creations. Take this invitation now. Get up, 'cause you can't stop. Get up, got a lot to do. 24 hours, almost gone. Get up, don't sit back. Get up, if you wanna get there. Clock stops time, time don't wait. He said, she said.
5 tips that I would recommend to people who are starting a business. For us, one is definitely there's going to be resistance. People are going to hate on your product. That's every day for us. Still till this day, people will see that we've been on for us, been successful. Many customers, the product is validated, and they still will hate the product. But how you deal with people that give you resistance is how you define your company. So just make sure you handle it how you're supposed to. Many people that hate on your product are actually admirers. They might have something else going on in their life that just makes them upset. They're mad about work or a relationship or something. Number 2, don't be afraid to go into waters that haven't been searched. So be a pioneer. Our product was the first of its kind. Nobody wanted to invest in it at first. Nobody really thought it was a cool idea, but I saw that it was a problem that I had in my life when I was young, and I fixed it. So I knew that it would work for many people in the world. So don't be afraid to be a pioneer. If you're a patent owner, then you know what? You own the rights to something, and people can't copy you, and there'll be less competition. Number 3, I would say make sure you know a little bit about design and mechanical engineering. You don't have to go get a full degree on it if you're not actually going to school for it, but it helps with the conversation with manufacturers and designers when you're coming up with a prototype and you're getting ready to design your actual product. Plus it helps with packaging, marketing. If you know the lingo and you know a little bit about those things, then you'll be more successful. This is with Damon. Number 4 is power of broke. Even if your company gets successful, just remember when you had zero money and you had to flip that zero budget of marketing into hundreds to thousands of dollars. Well, just remember the power of broke mentality is you would use that same grit and mindset when you have $1 million as when you had $0 to market a product or start a business. So it's the power of broke. I definitely recommend you get the audio book. He has the book as well, but I like to listen to the audio book when I go for walks. Don't forget where you came from. Remember the people that were there with you, that stuck with you in the beginning when no one really cared about your product. And also remember where you began, your family, the people that took care of you, the people that mentored you or taught you the right ways to live. In my case, I was born in St. Lucia. My parents were young, and they taught me the values of life, and I'll never forget that. So don't forget where you're from. Definitely planning to give back to my country, St. Lucia. I think how I want to start doing some mentoring for people that are coming into the age of the teenage years to college years, when you're really trying to figure out what you want to do in life. The program I ran into, the SLUDTERA group, who's doing a lot of mentoring and work with entrepreneurs. I'll probably be working with them to mentor some of the kids in the program. And, I really think that St. Lucia could be the leading hub of innovation in, the next decade. We have people that are coming up with great life hacks and products and prototypes that they're using in their life every day, but they're not actually realizing that it's $1 billion product. So I think if we can make people realize that they have amazing ideas in St. Lucia, then we can be one of the driving forces in entrepreneurship in the world. And that's my challenge. That's our challenge, is to live up to that name. And I really think we can. We have two Nobel Prize winners, maybe even more by now, I'm not sure, but in a very small country we have 2 Nobel Prize winners. That tells you something, that we have special people.